Hi guys, MPSG here. I hope everybody is doing good. Anyway, folks, I'm a little under the weather. I slept with my window open last night, and it was so cold when I woke, so I can hardly talk right now. Anyway, folks, we're gonna do a bit of mix up here today. I'm gonna doing some mix from Bammy, from scratch, from cassava, and in that sense, we're gonna have I have a whole bunch of sardine, and these are the fresh sardines from the sea. And I like sardines and herring spot because these are small, you know, and these don't have a lot of room to take in all of this mercury and all of this stuff. So the smaller you get the fish is the safer. So these are just clean up, and see they're still in the lemon and vinegar and thing, and I'm gonna wash them out. So these I'm just gonna, because sardine you have to just fry them very dry, and you know, make a little just some onion and stuff. And so those I'm gonna be rinse off and frying a bit. So this now I'm doing from scratch. I did it show this years ago, how to make well, I shouldn't say here. So I'm gonna be peeling up these, and I'm not gonna be grating them. I'm gonna be doing them in the food processor because it's faster that way. So guys, you know what cassava is, right? So, and it's very thick on the outside, so I'm gonna do a few and show you what it's all about. So I'm peeling them right now, and once they peel and wash, then you would grate them if you have a, you know, if you want to grate, but right now I'm just gonna do them in the food processor. So I'm peeling a few and show you how, and then I'll come back and when you're making Bammy, folks, it's a lot. It's not a lot of work, but you know, it's labor intense. So and make sure when you get cassava you get good ones, okay? What I normally do, you see how this broken? I broke that part off, and if you don't see it turn sort of gray, you know that's a good cassava. Yeah, because this is Canada anyway, folks. Back home, you know, you get it all fresh. So this is basically it. You're gonna peel it here, and when you go down like this, it has a string in the middle of it. See, it has this string, so you just cut it out. It's okay, you know, you just cut it up like that, and I'm gonna see it has a little string in it, so I just pull that out. And these are the cassava for any cassava could use Bammy. I never heard of anybody getting poisoned from cassava. I know I've heard this stuff about bitter cassava or whatever, but I've been doing it all the time. I like to do my stuff from scratch, you know. So, and folks, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. So once I blend it up, it has a lot of water. That's one thing with cassava. It retains a lot of water, so you have to squeeze out all of that water from it, and then you just you're gonna leave it for a little while to just dry out. Then you just make your Bammy. So this is it here. So it has a little string thing in it, and I always try to get it out, you know. See, that's it. So you just get that, because that part is no good. And then you just cut it up. I'm gonna cut it up smaller than that for the food processor, you know. So the food processor, you just put it on pulse, and it does the same thing. Yeah, you get it grated, does the same thing. I don't have the time. I don't have the grater or anything, to be honest, folks. Just really a few stuff, because the food processor always invented to help you in that sense, you know. I know some people still like, I still like to grate occasionally, but when I have the time, you know, because it's good, you know. It's dexterity, it's good exercise for your bicep and triceps. But you know, only this amount of you know, this is quite a bit, and I'm not gonna stand in grading all of this cassava, folks. So that's it. And like I said, the food processor does the same thing. So and especially I'm not feeling all that great today, so, and you just do the same thing. Get out the little stringy thing out of it. But I think that's, I don't know, you know, if it's bitter or what. I don't know, because I've never kept it in. From I was growing up, and my grandmother showed me how to do cassava. She always say, make sure you get this part out right in the middle inside here. And I'm just gonna cut it up and do it in the food processor. So I just thought I'd show you this part. So After I finish cutting up everything, I'm just gonna do it in the food processor. And when I finish that, folks, then I'm gonna wring it and get out all of that excess water from it. And I think basically I said that's a lot of starch you're getting out. I think this is the same process they use, you know, we used to get starch from to make, you know, we used to have a uniform iron and all of that, and you have to get your starch every Saturday to get all of that. Yeah, so I think this, yeah, is the same cassava that you get all the starch from. So you see already how the water turned white? That's the starch coming out there. Yeah, and cassava is very good for you, even though it has starch. That's that kind of a starch like yellow yam, sort of like yellow yam stuff. So folks, this is basically the whole idea there. I am gonna peel the rest and I'll get it ready for the food processor and get it grated, and when I finish grated then I come back. Okay, all right folks, we'll be right back. Okay folks, I'm back. The cassava is all cut up, and I leave them to soak for about an hour to get you know, some of the starch out. And so this is what right now, so we're heading for the food processor to start graded. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting them in the food processor. I don't want to put them in too big because when you do that, I think about this size is good. So I'm just gonna start adding them to the food processor and let it start to grate. And then the next step after that will be just squeezing them out, leaving them to heat out for a bit. And this is also too, folks, when you can make your cassava dumpling from this, but but what you're gonna, the ones that you're gonna use to make a cassava dumpling, you have to leave that to dry a bit. Leave that to dry. But the one for the bammy, you can once you wring it and just leave it for a little while, then you can just use it right away. So okay, here we go. Use a wooden spoon, folks, a wooden spoon. I'm gonna give it some pulse now to get it to the grated stage. That's for dough. So I want to get it really, and you know, occasionally you just open it, and so you have to just scrape it so everything just get you know, great on the same level, because you don't want to some come out and some is still not grated. So you just give it a little mix once in a while actually, and then it just, yeah, that can do. Oh, you can feel it, folks. Okay, so I'm gonna pulse. I'm just gonna get my towel or cheesecloth to just put it, so because it has so much moisture in it, folks. Let me just grab me a tea towel that I use for stuff like that, because it has a lot of moisture in it. So that's why once it's done, you have to leave it to air out for a bit. So this is my exclusive towels I use for this. So let me see what consistency is at right now. Yeah, so this one can be taken out. So like I said, I just put it straight to the cloth. So have yourself a clean. This is a tablecloth. I buy a white one exclusively for stuff, and I just cut it up because I would, and I also have tea towel, and I have cheesecloth, but I prefer to do it in this because it just really get rid of a lot of the moisture. When the cheesecloth, some of your stuff just go straight through, so I prefer to use this. This is a large towel I bought, and I just cut it up into different pieces. Yeah. It's cool to do stuff like this. Okay, so I'm gonna put a few more in. And when I'm done, so just to show you, and folks, you see, yeah, it's the same consistency you get if you grate it. No difference, and it's faster. You know, this is what technology is all about, folks. Once in a while I grate, you know, because that is also good for your tricep, your bicep, okay? But for stuff like this and this quantity, no. So folks, I'm just gonna finish it up because that's gonna make too much noise going on right through the process. Then once I finish getting it done, I'll come back and I'll show you how I, you know, okay? All right, bye, right back. Yes, guys, I'm back and I finish all of it, and this is the last of it here. And I'm just gonna get out all the moisture out of it now, and I'm gonna put it on a cookie sheet, and on the cookie sheet I'm gonna put some wax paper and just let it air out for about an hour or so. Then I continue to make the bammy. So see, it comes out just like if I would grate it, folks. It's no different, and it's faster, a faster method. Same with when I'm doing my coconut. No, I don't have the time to grate a coconut all the time, folks. So the food processor, I think, is a godsend, you know, because it does a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's good. When I'm doing like a small amount of stuff, I will use the grater, but for this amount, I'm gonna use the food processor, and I have a good one. This is food processor I have for 25 years, and it's still going. It's a good brand. Okay, so folks, what we're gonna do right now is gonna wring out all the moisture from it. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Okay. So I'm gonna have a cookie sheet right here, and I'm gonna put some wax paper on it because that's where I'm gonna be putting. Now, once salt need to be added, but I think once when I'm ready to do the bammy, I'll have the salt. I'm not gonna put the salt. You can't put the salt in it now because then it's gonna retain more water, right? So that's the whole idea. So when I'm ready to use it, that's when I'll season it up with some salt. But right now, no, that's a no because there's a lot of water. One thing with cassava, it retain a lot of water, and that's in the sense of starch. So okay, so basically I'm gonna start and you see, folks, look at it. See, that's it. So the water that comes out of it, that is the starch, what you could use for, I guess, for just about anything you want to get done. That starch is pertaining to. So okay, so basically I have my cloth here, and like I said, I like to use cloth to I make sure you just have something clean, folks. Like this is a whole table our cloth I bought tablecloth, and I cut it up in squares for different. So folks, you see what I'm saying? Look at that. That's all the moisture in it. Lots and lots of moisture. Lots of moisture. And you have to get out all of that. Try to get out as much as possible. See? Let's see. I'm still gonna grab a cheesecloth, folks, because this is so good. It's not releasing all the moisture. So I'm gonna grab me my cheesecloth or a towel that I normally use. That towel, it works, but I need to get a lot of the moisture, all of the moisture as much as possible. So let me grab some cheesecloth and see. The new pack of, okay, I keep lots of package of cheesecloth. I'll be right there, folks. A brand new package here. You can get these at the dollar store, folks, for like yeah, this is for $1.50 a package. Cheesecloth at the dollar store. What's it? Yeah, $1.50. They're very inexpensive, and yeah. So I normally just stock up on a lot when I go because I use them so much. And this is how they come. Yeah, you just fold it out. Yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna sort of double this one, so I'm gonna cut it. Let me see how this works. This piece will work. Then if not, I cut some more. Okay, so this is it. So we still need a bit more wringing out, so I'm just gonna add it to the cloth, this cheesecloth. Okay, and if nothing comes out of the cheesecloth, you know it's done. A little bit of moisture coming out. Look at that. See? The cheesecloth, take it to the next level. Then I just throw it out like this, and you just, and that's cassava there in its full glory, folks. And so after I finish with this, I'm gonna leave this to air out for a couple hours. Then I'll, yeah, maybe for a few hours, and then come back and start to make a bammy. Okay, folks, I'm gonna finish this up off camera, and then I'll just come back and you know, I have the fish and stuff to fry, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and this is the last of it. And see the amount of moisture I got out of it, folks? Look at that. You see that? That's how much moisture is in cassava. Yeah. And that was the cheesecloth that really pulls it out. Yeah, all of that. That is all that come from about 6 cassava, folks. Medium cassava, all that moisture. So that's it basically right there. The next challenge you have is to make sure all the lumps are out. It has to be lump free, you know. So that's the next. This is all the moisture, folks, from about 6 medium cassava. So it has a lot of moisture. So let me just clean this up. So I'm going to be leaving that there for a little bit to air. And the ones that I'm going to be using to, if put away to make the cassava dumpling, you got to leave it to totally dry. To be totally dry. So folks, that's all the moisture that comes from cassava. Yeah, all of that. So you have to really wring. And at the bottom of it, folks, the thing, that is all the starch. See, that's starch right there. You could use that. See, that's how you get the starch. See, that you could use to thicken up your gravy right now. Look at that. That's all the starch. Yeah, that comes out of it. So by the time you use for your bammy, a lot of the starch is gone. So that's a good thing. And like I said, this is not cassava is very good. It's very good for you, having a lot of potassium and magnesium and vitamin and some. Yeah, it's good. It's an overall good thing. Okay, so folks, right now, this is it right here. So I have to just make sure that all of it is just very, yeah, it has to be no lumps. No lumps right now. So this is about 6 medium cassava, because that's the whole thing right now. You can't have any lumps in it. So I have to try and get all of the lumps out and just leave it for a little bit. To making the cassava, I'm just going to leave it, you know, for a half an hour to an hour just to breeze out. But for what the ones I'm going to be using for, like if I'm going to make some, and I love cassava, that's the one of the way. I'm not a big dumpling person, but I love cassava dumpling. That one you leave out, I leave it out to be totally dry. Unless you're cooking right away and you have to have it, but it should leave out to be totally dry, the cassava to make that you're going to make your dumpling in, you know. And you just go like this and get all the lumps out, just like that. Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it there, you know, just for about half an hour to an hour for the Bammy, because that doesn't need a lot of because most of the moisture is all gone. All the moisture is gone. Okay, so just gonna leave it out for about an hour or so. And as for the ones I'm gonna use for the dumpling, that's gonna leave out much longer. So yeah, you have to get the lumps out, all the lumps. And when I'm ready to make the Bammy now, folks, that's when I had the salt, some salt to taste to it. Yeah. Don't even put salt at this point, because it will start, you know, affecting the moisture, you know, end up making more moisture. It's all nice and airy right now. You don't want no more moisture in this. And that's what sodium does, retain moisture. So lump free, I'm trying to get it all lump free. And that is cassava right here in this form. And the next stop is going to be for some nice Bammy, folks. So I'm going to fry my fish right now. Let my cassava air out. And you will see that part. Okay. It feels so nice on my hand, folks. That is cassava right there. And folks, it's not hard to do, you know. You could buy two Bammy in the store, folks, is for about I think I see them for $5.99, about $6. And this I can get what? Quite a few Bammy, depending on what size I'm making it, you know. They're very expensive. Because like I said, they know anything from yard, they hook the price up. Yeah, that's how it goes, folks. Anything we sell from yard, Jamaica, the price is hooked up way up. No matter what, the same thing come from any other place. It's just what it is. They know who we are, folks. They all know. It's just we don't know who we are. That good stuff come out of yard. We need to know who we are, folks. We need to know who we are. Okay, so I am gonna turn up the heat here right now and start fry some fish, folks. My sardines. Some of them is, I think, is sprat. Herring. What you call herring sprat? We call herring sprat, but most of them is sardine. I love sardines, and these are fresh sardines. So I'm just gonna heat that up, and I'm gonna be using my coconut oil for that. I like to clean up while I go down, folks. So that's basically my thing, you know. That's how I grew up seeing my grandmother does it. So okay, so the pot has been heated. I'm gonna use this frying pan. Let's open up. So that has been gonna leave that to dry for a while. Okay, and from that I'll be doing the Bammy. And when you do your homemade Bammy, folks, some people have the stuff that you use make it. I to you know, to make it yeah, but I don't know where they are, so I'm just gonna put them in the pot, and that's that. So that's Bammy right there, folks. That's the cassava bean just air out there for it to reach the next level. And right now, up here, I'm gonna be frying up some fish. So it's gonna be fried fish and Bammy. Some nice little sardines, escabija, you know. And all I do when I'm frying my fish, folks, is after I wash it down with my lime, lemon, and my vinegar, especially when I'm doing escabeche fish, I don't want, all I need on it is dry and have some salt and pepper. And it's when I get to the vinaigrette, that's when I you know, yeah, I'm not gonna season my fish to the death right now, just enough to get it just salt and pepper you need on your fish, basically, folks. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna use this pan, and like I said, the smaller the fish is, folks, is the much better it is, because it doesn't have the flesh to accumulate all. Because we all know all the pollution that's in the ocean, folks. So you know, and all this, the bigger the fish is the more mercury it will take. You know, mercury is one of the #1 stuff that end up in fish. You know, sorry to say, but yeah. So I'm gonna add some garlic and a piece of thyme. The garlic is to just flavor your stuff. So I like to have a piece of thyme chip on this. That is extra flavor. I'm going to be using my coconut oil. Few pieces of garlic to flavor your heart. Sometimes I put a piece of ginger too, and that gives it an awesome taste. Few pieces of thyme. Yeah. The smell, folks, it is so beautiful. The smell from the thyme and the garlic. And once you know the garlic is, you just take it out, because it's done its job. So I'm just salting a little bit of salt, Himalayan salt, and some cracked black pepper on it, and that's it. And then I'll just make a nice vinaigrette. Just, you know, saute some carrots and along with some onions. The smell from the garlic is so beautiful, and I think they can go in now. Yep. See how small they are, folks? That's how you get, this is sardines. And they're so nice, you know. These are fresh ones. gonna be saltfish and bammy. I don't want to overpower the pot too much, so. So far, I want to finish fry the fish, and when I finish fry them, and I'll be back with the vinaigrette and then start doing the bammy, okay? So guys, I'm back and we're doing the vinaigrette for the fish. The fish is done, and after this we're gonna start doing the bammy, okay? So I'm just doing some onions and some carrots and some sweet peppers for the vinaigrette. We don't want to make it with a lot of water because these fish are very bony, so they're fried dry. So you know, we don't want to put a lot of moisture in it. So you know, I'd probably just be using just a little bit of so I have some thyme in here, some cilantro and some parsley with the onions and a little bit of vinegar, and I think maybe we're just gonna keep it at that. We don't want to put too much stock because the peppers you know, I'm putting in them, but I don't want to have a lot of moisture because the fish, these are very bony fish and they're fried very dry right now, you know. So, these we're just going to do them down very, very, very dry. Because these are sardines, small sardines, and a few herrings, and you don't want to, if you throw a lot of moisture and then the bone is going to get softened up and not gonna, you can eat that, they're very crunchy right now, and that's what we want to keep them. So everything here, the onion and all of this is just caramelizing. Okay, so we have some parsley and thyme in it. I'm just gonna add a little basil to it. And maybe a little bit of oregano. Because I love my herbs, yeah. And a little bit of white vinegar gonna go in with some, I think I might use some ketchup today. Gonna put a bit of oregano also. I love my herbs in my vinaigrette. And after this, folks, we're just gonna do with the bammy, okay? Because it's been sitting for about almost 2 hours right now, guys. So it's fried fish and bammy, and it's basically sardines. So we don't want too much oil in it or anything like that. We just want to get it this done dry. Because certain fish, when it's bony, so finger you fry, and you're going to put a marinade over it, you have to make sure that it's very dry. You know, and bammy, we don't need a lot of oil or stuff like that for to eat bammy. So, there you go. I like to add a bit of oyster sauce to my just give it flavor. I had some and a bit of honey. Yeah, to my a little bit of vinegar, and I like to use white vinegar. That really is very good in the fish. Distilled white vinegar. You know, earlier on I washed the fish already with vinegar and lemon. I'm just gonna sprinkle a bit of salt. Oh. I almost forgot the most important thing, folks. Pepper. Scotch bonnet pepper. Let me grab one. The smell, folks, is awesome. You know, instead, folks, to offset the vinegar, I'm gonna use some of my sweet chili sauce instead of going directly for yeah, I'm gonna put some of the sweet chili in it, and that will offset, balance out the vinegar, and it's very spicy too. Yeah. Yeah. That's my homemade sweet chili sauce. I'm still gonna add my some scotch bonnet to it. Not a lot, but some. So you need pepper on your fish sauce, you know. But from the chili and that, I'm just, yeah. So that's the sweet chili sauce there that I made. I did a video on. Put a little bit more. I'm just gonna add a little bit of spice, a little bit of yeah. And that's gayo. Wow. I'm gonna also add some jerk seasoning. The heat, it's a ton of folks. Okay, I'm just gonna plate it now, and then I'll just start my the bammy. That's all up my escort. I'm gonna make sure that we're seeing it good. Okay, so folks, I'm gonna plate. These are my fish here, my little sardines and herring sprat. So I'm gonna, you know, it's nice to put some down below first, and you put some vinegar on it. Then you just so it just goes straight through. You know, you just don't have the one on top that have vinaigrette and the one on the bottom doesn't have any vinaigrette. So put that, yeah. And you see, this is dry. If you're gonna do like banana and food and stuff like that, you know, fine. And you could even make your vinaigrette you know, separate with a little bit of moisture. But for fish like this, you don't need that moisture on it, because you want to have that crunchiness in these bony fish, you know. Sardines are very bony, so you want to still retain, yeah. Okay, if the bones get right now, you just eat them and it's very crunchy. But you drop some sauce with some gravy and all of that. I'm telling you, and it's so crunchy. So all I do now, folks, the smell and the taste of this, so good. So we're gonna do bammy after this. Gonna get all of this goodness and all of the fish, so all that nice vinaigrette just saturated all through it. Folks, so that is my herring sprat and my sardine there, fried and with a nice vinaigrette on it. That's it right there, folks. And we're gonna do bammy right now. So the show continues. So folks, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. And you know what, we have a movie up there right now, folks. So like I said, we're mixing it up. So the latest movie we have up there is Thief, and this is from Jamaican Wood, from Fire. You know, I see, you know, quite a few people going there and viewing it. So go over and see them. We're gonna have quite a few movies. Also from Soldier and Liz. There, you know, I just giving them, everybody get some strength, you know. So I think by the end of this week we're gonna have a movie up there, Soldier and Liz. And there's a surprise in it there, guys. I'm not gonna give it away. So Soldier and Liz, will be posted this week up there, and we'll take it from there. So folks, this is the sardine, fried sardine up there, and some herring sprat, fried very crispy in a nice vinaigrette with onions, sweet pepper, and all of that, folks. So that's it right there. So we're gonna go now, take it, we're gonna hop it a bit now. We're gonna go do the bammy right now. And as I say for bammy, folks, I just make them, and I don't make them, you know, in any particular shape or anything. I just put them in and they make, and that's it. It's just the taste I'm dealing with. Okay, so that's it. So we're gonna do bammy right now. We're gonna start with that, and the rest is gonna leave to dry, folks, to do to make so you can make the flour dumpling. And when you're doing cassava dumpling, the cassava, you want to get that dry. Yeah, for the bammy right now it's still thing, but for that it's dry and put away. Or if you want to do it, the only time you use it unless you just decide to make some and you use it right away. But normally you always should leave your when you're gonna make dumpling, cassava dumpling, always leave it and let it dry, leave it out, let it heat up very good. And if you're using it, you use it, or you just you can put it away, yeah, after that. But because you want to get all the moisture out of it. So but for the bammy, you get as much moisture out, and we're good to go. So right now the pan is there, and we're gonna heat up things a bit. So it's warming up, so it's just add a little bit of oil, and now I'll add some salt. I'm just multitasking here, folks. You know, after you fry a fish, your floor is so gets so greasy, so I'm just giving it a quick wipe with the mop. Okay, so folks, I'm just gonna move the fish out of the way right now. Put it there. This can go back in the oven, and we're gonna get the stove all ready for the bammy. And it's not even Friday, folks. But like I said, folks, don't wait around for anything. Do anything you want on any days, because we're here today and gone tomorrow, folks. So don't wait around, so you're gonna wait for Friday or Saturday for soup or Sunday for rice and peas. Do it if you feel like doing it, and heat it, because we're living in one of those times that nothing is promised to anybody, folks. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, and I'm gonna use coconut oil. Then I'm gonna lower the heat. I wanna, if you can see it. Okay, so that's it right there, and I'm just gonna take out what I'm using and put in the bowl here, and I'm just gonna season it up with some salt. I'm gonna go over here so you can have a better look at it. We'll go back over to the stove. So I'm just gonna put what I'm gonna be using, because you know I don't want to add salt to everything, so because I want some of it to be well dry for to do my dumplings. Okay, so this I'm gonna be using right now. I'm gonna lower the stove because you need a very low stove. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some salt in what I'm using, and folks, it's salt to taste. Okay, so I know the amount to put for what I'm gonna be doing right now. Okay, so it's basically salt to taste, so you don't want to over salt it. Okay, because remember, we have the fish there you're gonna get flavor from, and salt is in the fish. And most time you buy bammy, it's not very, there's no heap of salt in it, you know. Normally, folks, you have a thing that you use for the bammy to really you know, size it up in the pot, but I don't know where mine is, folks. So I'm just gonna put the bammy in, and when you put it in, folks, it form. you know, you just put it in and it will form. You just put it in like that and it will form. And then you flip it over. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna just do like that and let it form, and then I flip it over because I don't have the shaper. I think it's called a shaper or something like that. You shake the bammy with. And like I said, I'm not looking for perfection, it's just flavor. Okay, so and then once you cook on one side, I just flip it over. Okay. You know when it cooks, because that time it will be firm, so you can easily flip it. So, and a low heat, low heat. So let's see what it's saying right now, folks. Can I flip it? Can I flip it? Oh, folks. All right. See, you don't have to. Yeah, there you go. Yep. So you cook a couple minutes on each side, you know, about 2-3 minutes on each side, and you flip it over. Yeah, remember, you know, folks. We're not the professional. When they do it, can you imagine when they do it? Where they make the bammy, how much they're doing for a minute or so, and they have all the equipment. Like I said, I have the stuff, but I can't find it. And that shapes it. I would put that in. I would put it over. I would put it in the pot and throw the bammy in, and then it shapes it. But folks, for the life of me, I don't know where it is. And you know. So you give it a couple minutes on each side, and you know, basically, you know, when it cooks, it will be, you know, brown, very brown. So you're just gonna let the cassava cook. Then you flip it over. And you know, you can move around. Yeah, see, it's moving around. And you just use a piece of paper towel and you just clean out your pot, and you just go on to the next one. You know, you had a little enough oil in it to yeah. And you just move on to the next one. And I prefer my bammy like this flat. Yeah, I know the one in the store, and you get them. You soak, and you know, I'm gonna make some and put them in the fridge, and that's when I take them out. Then I'll just put them in some coconut milk for soak, and you just do your thing, you know. So there you go. Because of the starch, it holds you know, together, so you don't have to worry about that one can do a little bit more on that side. And you know, bammy, it's so good, folks. It is so good, so good. Sorry, folks, but I slept with my window last night open, and it get cold. And I wake up this morning could hardly talk, you know, because I like the place. I like it nice and cool, but that was a bit too cold. The sun is shining today. It's about 12 o'clock right now, 12 noon. And you know, when you're outside in the sunshine, it's nice and hot. It's only the night. When it the night time, it gets a little bit on the chilly side. So. So you see at this stage, folks, with it, like now, you see how, yeah, all the moisture is gone. So when you do it, you just leave it for a few hours. See, all the moisture is gone, and that's what we want. No moisture. So you just keep flipping it over and over, folks. Tastes good. It's nice when you can do stuff for yourself, you know, folks. Not only so it's saving money, but it's not mass production, you know, so it's good. Just keep flipping back and forth, back and forth. Let's see. This one is done, folks. Wow. That's one Bammy done, folks. And I'm just gonna wipe the pan out. Wow, it is so good, folks. It's so nice. And like that, you could even just eat it with some butter on it and eat it like that. Put a little bit of oil. And the coconut oil eat very fast, so yeah, that one we have to be careful with. Oh, I gotta lower back the stove, put it back down to low. Folks, this Bammy, like I'm gonna heat this one off before it's finished. So we're gonna do the same thing now. Let's add enough, and it's gonna left to make dumpling, folks, because it tastes so good. This is the one that's done, folks. Fried fish and Bammy. That used to be a Friday evening thing, you know. These days, you do it anything whenever you want to do it. And so with mine, here guys, I'm just gonna make a nice cup of coffee. 12 o'clock. Let me see if anyone the pear is ripe, guy. Oh yes. Oh yes, 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 yes. We're gonna have ripe pear, guys. We're gonna have ripe pear. What they call avocado, we call pear back home in yard. That's my kettle boiling there for a nice cup of tea. Cup of coffee, yeah. Okay, folks, I'm gonna flip it over now. Hopefully I can get it over. Alright. I'm gonna get it over in one piece so it don't fall apart. And you just keep flipping it back and forth till you get, you'll know when it cook, you know, yeah. And you just keep adding, because you want to keep the pot moist, so just keep adding a little bit of oil to it, you know, because that's needed. Some people might use butter, but I prefer my coconut oil. Give it a nice flavor. Okay, my kettle is all boiled, okay. I think I might do if you guys can help yourself. One more after this, just for plating, and guys, we'll finish the rest afterward. Let's see. Could have stayed a little bit longer on that side. And this is a point you just raise the heat a bit. Yeah. A little piece here for me. I just keep eating it. You could just eat it just like that, folks. It tastes so nice. Almost tastes like dumpling. So when you use this to make your dumplings, they're awesome. I just cut these little pieces. And it is very easy to cook, folks. It doesn't need a lot of cooking. The salt added to it gives it a nice taste. And I use Himalayan salt. That salt is very good for you. Add a lot of nutrients and stuff in it. Yes, it's even better than sea salt. Keep flipping it back and forth till you get it. And taste and see. Let's turn it on the fan, folks. And I think this one will be done. Yeah, this one is done. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Let me just clean up the pot. Coconut oil burns so easily, you know, that's the thing. But even so, it gives it a nice flavor, but it's then either that or olive oil you could use, or whichever oil you prefer to use. Ooh. Wow, folks, I hope that thing don't go off. Let me just go open the door. Wow. Coconut oil. Okay, a nice breeze is blowing. Okay, and I'm gonna do one more. A little bit of oil. Make sure that you one more Bammy, folks. I have more, but those can be done off camera. I just want to get that up there that you see. So I've done about 3 so far. A bit more oil to move it around fast, it's much better. Oh, folks, I hope this one don't fall apart on me. Don't fall apart on me. Okay. Alright. That's good enough. Like I said, it's not a folks, when you're doing it, don't think you have to do it to perfection. Because you're doing it as an amateur at home. And you know what? You're following all the steps. It's just you know what? It don't come out as, because they have the equipment to like I said, you could get it. I have one, but I just have to look for it, you know, to shape it up. But it still works because when you put it in the pot, it's all the starch. So the starch all together. So you don't have to worry. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, folks. I'm sorry, I just have to keep that on to get all the extra so like I said, folks, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And go over and watch the movies. Right now it's Teeth for Teeth from Jamaican. And papaya is in it, and fire is in it, and honestly, folks, it's an awesome movie. It's funny. You know already if papaya and it's going to be funny. It is going to be funny if those two guys are going to be in there. Papaya and fire. Hilarious. I watched it several times. Yeah. So just please subscribe to the channel and like and share and leave a comment. Positive comment. This one is almost done. Okay. This is a little piece broke off, and you know, that's just for me. Folks, these things taste so good. Wow. Mmm. In my coffee, I put a little bit of salt and some cinnamon. And it really brings out the flavor in your coffee. And cinnamon is so good for your cholesterol level, you know. So use cinnamon as much as possible, folks. It's very good for you. I think this one is done now, folks. That is so good. Yep, this is done. And I'll also always do it in a pan like that, a wide pan like that. You know, it's much better. Okay. Bammy and fried fish and a pear. You know, nothing fancy. Just your bammy, your fried fish, and some sliced pears. And folks, that's all you need. You don't need no tomato, no nothing. If you want to add that, fine, but it's not needed. So, folks, this is the rest that left, and later on I'm gonna make some more because everybody wants bammy, so I don't think we're gonna go to make any flour. We're just gonna do bammy, you know. So we're gonna do the rest later. So we just wanna get this done because I don't have a long stuff going. So we have 2 bammy there, folks, and we're gonna yeah, we just have 2 there, right there. And you can see the fish right here. Okay, all right, okay. And we're gonna put on some sardine and some herring sprat. And this is fried fish and bammy, folks. Yardie style. And it's not even Friday. Like I said, folks, eat what you want to eat when you want to eat it, and do whatever you want to do when you want to do it, because don't wait for tomorrow, folks, because that thing named tomorrow promised to nobody. And you see how the rate of how things are going these days. Enjoy yourself. Live your best life, folks. Enjoy yourself. I'm just putting on some of the, and I tell you, this marinade is wicked, folks. It is wicked. I put some of the chili stuff on it that I make, the sweet chili, and folks, it's to die for. So that's the rest of the sardine, right? That's mostly sardine. So folks, I'm just gonna drop some pear in this one now, folks. Wow. And as I said, you know, get no better than this, folks. And my tea, my coffee, put some cinnamon and a little bit of salt, and Taster's Choice coffee, and I drink it up straight like that. And let me just put my pear on now, my avocado. And these are a small one. This is good because you could just use one. Look like this is a good one, folks. I hope I don't talk too soon. So folks, this is how you do it. Make bammy from scratch with fried fish. And the fish we're using right now, it's sardines. And sardine is loaded with so much omega-3. That's the good fat, folks. So there you go. Sardine, salmon, but you know what? Sardine, because right now sardine is smaller, so I think it's a much better. You know, salmon is good if you get it and it's organic, folks. You know, because that's one of the highest thing there with salmon. But if, as long as it's organic and it's not farm grown, folks, you know, salmon is another high omega-3 acid, fatty acid. You know, so as long as it's grown fresh and not farmed, like, you know, because a lot of salmon now is being farmed, and sometimes when you go to the store, for they're not telling you that there's no label there for you to know that it's you know, it should be mandatory, but I've heard people complain that they buy salmon and think it was because there's you know, they're not telling you. I guess they want to get it, so they're not going to tell you that it's not organic. So folks, this is it right here. This is the second time I done bammy, folks, and fish. It's in one of my earlier video, way down, you know, so that's why I'm just doing a few of them over, because for people who just come to the channel. So folks, everybody who subscribe to the channel, thank you so very much. And one of my Evelyn in New Jersey, big up yourself. And Evelyn, she's a yardie. She's one of my biggest supporters, you know, and she left me all this nice comment and stuff. And one day, Evelyn, you know, like I said, going on the thumbnail, and my picture is there. So Evelyn, you have yourself a good day, and thanks for supporting the channel. And everybody else, go big up Fire, Soldier and Lizzie and Marie. Big up yourself, and Deacon. And folks, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. And you have yourself a very good day. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. Have a good one. Peace.